Angry reviewers have always been a staple of internet culture. We all know about the angry video game nerd, the guy that takes us back to the past to play some frankly terrible games that aren't very well made. And just as equally talked about are some of the knockoffs that spawned from his success, such as the irate gamer and the nostalgia. Okay, the last one is a bit of a stretch. However, there are some more niche great value video game nerds that are equally as remembered, such as the Game Dude, the gamer with a bad attitude. There are a few others we'll be seeing in this video that we'll be watching, and trust me, the last one is literally insane. And as always, do those things YouTube likes, like, comment, subscribe, and to click the bell. Only about 5% of you are actually subscribed to me, so if you're part of the 95% that aren't, please consider doing so. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you can change your mind at any time. The AVGN clone apocalypse of YouTube. Aw, yeah. Gonna take you back to the past to play some games that suck a lot. You'd rather have a buffalo take a big old thing.
James Rolfe and his character, the angry video game nerd, is one of the most influential people that have ever graced the internet.
Damn straight.
And I think a lot of people don't seem to realize that. The foundation for content
It's
creation
critical.
on the internet
And
is
Jaden
basically
and
all things
Ludwig
to him.
and
he was one
everyone.
of, if
Wait,
not
did he
the
just
first
destroy
internet celebrity
Sneed?
to ever exist, starting all the way back in 2004.
This game
sucks.
He was one person you would constantly look to for new entertaining content. You were
Yeah.
constantly coming back for more. He had personality and a nice hook that a lot of people grew to love. Nowadays, there are literally hundreds, thousands of people out there making content for you to watch and keep your dopamine receptors in check. But back in,
Is that Mr.
2006,
Brett?
there was slim pickings.
Oops.
And James was one of them that didn't have me reaching for a way out.
Oh no, it's Fred! Stop, please!
Death cannot come soon enough.
Yeah, you're damn
AVGN
right.
is now seen as an internet classic and a piece of internet history. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, he's still making
God,
videos
that
to this
interlacing.
day, but you can't beat the old stuff. And
Yeah,
that was
the
true
old
even
stuff.
back then, because due to the success of his series, there was of course going to be others who wanted that fame as well. And their solution to getting that fame was doing the exact same thing James was doing.
Yeah, just doinky twist. There he is! There he is! Oh my god!
In
Oh
the
my
late
god, there he
2000s,
is!
You saw angry game reviewers everywhere you
So
went.
many angry
The ticket to
gamers.
success was being unnecessarily angry at some video games, swearing up a storm, and using Adobe After Effects to destroy the game in increasingly over-the-top ways.
Yeah.
Some of these obviously have way more effort put into them than others, but none of them could compare to what James was doing. But also, some of these got really bad.
Oh boy.
Fucking kill game designers!
This event
Wow, a little
was
harsh.
Ass!
Ass! These reviewers are
Before we
ass!
start, I want to mention one real quick.
All
One
right.
of the first people doing the same thing James was doing was
I-
RMake21. Now,
Who?
RMake was obviously taking cues from James.
I-
but he did
I
it
don't
in
know
his
who
own
this guy
unique
is.
way and gave it his own personality.
Fingers.
The videos were obviously way lower quality than what James was doing, but they were still really enjoyable. Just because someone is obviously copying something doesn't automatically make it bad. RMake's videos
Understandable,
were like going
yeah.
to a hole-in-the-wall
Like,
restaurant.
yeah, like, a lot of VTubers do the same thing, actually. Just because they're rip-offs of each other doesn't mean they're necessarily bad. Same thing with the slop bringers, as I like to call them. Anyways.
The food is sloppily piled on your plate and it looks bad from a distance, but when you actually went and tasted it, it was really good.
Also, I'm sorry for pausing so much. But this episode of Kitchen Nightmares, this is a very wholesome episode. Like, the food is good, but the presentation is just not great. You eat it, and it's like, oh my god, this is a hidden gem of a restaurant. This really needs more publicity. I'm sorry I'm gonna go on a tangent, but the owner of this restaurant, she was, I think, if I remember correctly, I might... If anyone would be willing to correct me on this in case I get it wrong, but it was a woman that had a lot of children, or she had a lot of siblings, and she wanted to keep the restaurant afloat because she cared very much about it. Perhaps we should watch it some other time next week, perhaps?
I'm bringing him up now because it should be known, and I'm terribly sorry to anyone just now learning this info that loved Armake's videos in the past. Armake21, Marcus Parasho, passed away in late January of this year.
Aww.
One of the old guards of Angry Gamers on
Aww.
YouTube is no longer with us.
Oh, may he rest in.
And may God rest
He was
his
young.
soul
He
in
was young.
condolences to his
He's
family.
relatively young
I thought
too.
it would
Only
be an
40.
insult not to mention Armake and his legacy in this video.
Maybe
But
we
now
should.
that we've got the condolences out the way, let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah. Maybe we should watch some of his videos in retrospect. But let's get right on to the slop. Let's watch some slop.
So what better way to start off a video with AVGN wannabes than talking about the angry video game nerd himself? Apparently, that's what the notes say. Yeah, I already worshipped him enough in the intro, so why don't we talk about one of his episodes to get ourselves in the right headspace?
All right. Let's get some comparison.
What the hell?
Wait, what is this?
James must be falling on some hard times. The budget has taken a considerable hit.
Yeah, what is this?
Did the screen wave money run out?
Wait, what? The screen wave
Super Metroid.
Super
Was
Metroid.
one of the best video games in the world.
Who the hell is that?
Oh yeah,
That's
who's
not
this
James.
pawn?
What the
Who's
hell
this
did I just
non?
click on? Oh, okay, enough of this.
Who's
bit.
this non?
This is very obviously not James Rolfe or his work. This is Isvaffel, or as he's often called,
Isvaffel?
Jocko.
Jocko.
Jocko is from the
Jocko
great
Mia?
country of
Finland!
and it's very obvious
Finland!
when you hear him speak. English is not his first language. In fact, I dare to even call this English.
I am talking about the best game on M100 system.
He sounds like the coffee
I
time
can barely understand what he's saying in most of his
in
videos.
England.
Any criticisms
in
are
English.
completely thrown out the window because I cannot genuinely tell what the criticisms are.
You can hide as enemy.
You-
And you can also become invincible.
Oh my
like
god, that frame
like I am
rate.
now in-
Oh my god, that old
That is
TF2. Holy shit.
That man somehow noted me, but
In fact, while we're at it,
You're running
he's
out
not
of
very
coke, my
angry, is
guy.
he? Where's the anger in this?
Yeah, where's the
video game
angry
nerd
in
thing?
this video game nerd?
In fact,
The-
I would dare say Jocko is a pioneer. Jocko is not the AVGN, but he is instead the ASMR. This
ASMR?
could easily pass as one of the first ASMR channels on YouTube.
Oh.
His voice is very calm and soothing. It's anything but angry.
Oh.
Castle.
This monster's using a fucking
Supposed
emulator
to
filter.
get
This is
tested.
disgusting.
I think I finally get weapon.
You can look in the comments of his more popular videos and see people talking about how soothing his voice is and how it helps them sleep. Jocko had something going for him,
Yeah,
and he
that's-
didn't even realize it, especially back then. Oh, and I wouldn't recommend any videos in particular, because this man has hundreds of game reviews. Hundreds of these things.
Hundreds.
Because as you can obviously tell, there isn't much effort in these videos at all. Legit, all it seems to be is booting up an emulator, turning your mic on, and just commenting on what you see.
What? One hit, one kill. Even though I was Super Mario, I got kill.
Even though he was Super
Oh, God,
Mario.
the emulator filters he's using is truly sinful.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Very
looking
rarely
good.
does Jocko
Give me
show
that
his face.
Vaseline.
Anytime he shows himself,
Portal.
it gives off an incredibly unnerving vibe.
Really that good. Restart. I guess we have to find out.
Ugh, I feel
Oh,
like
what
I'm
the-
watching the intro to a snuff film. And keep
Yeah.
up with that unnerving vibe.
I feel like
can't
I'm
talk
watching a
about
cartel
Jocko
beheading.
without talking about his most famous review, his Super Metroid review. When the actual review starts, he seems to be out of it and pointing out the most plainly obvious things about the game. And around 2 minutes into the video, this happens.
Open door.
Yo, bro, are you okay? What are we watching? We're watching this, the AVGN clone apocalypse of YouTube. What? Is this just 7 minutes of noise? Oh my god.
If it wasn't plainly obvious by now, this dude is just having a laugh. These low-effort wastes of time were just made to trick people into thinking they were actual AVGN videos, and this is what they got instead. Back then, people were pissed.
Oh my
Today,
god, he's a
this dude is
troll!
kind of a meme now, mostly due to the
Damn,
phrase he
the
utters
finish
constantly.
did it again.
Open door.
Open
Open
door.
door. Open door. Open door.
Open door.
The wildest thing about this dude, however,
Oh my god.
is the fact he has a very small and niche fan base, and this fan base still sort of exists to this day. They swear by the sword that Jocko was actually the original angry video game nerd and started doing the whole angry gamer shtick way before James did, even though he's not angry in the slightest. There are still some dedicated
Open
Jocko
door.
fanboys out there. You just have to really search for them. I don't know how they still exist, because it seems Jocko has just left everything behind. I have no clue where he's gone to, and I can find no info online. So he will probably stay as the internet enigma.
What
he
the
is.
heck, bold?
Overall,
Bold and
Jocko
brash.
is harmless.
More
in
like
fact,
belongs
he's
in
the
the trash.
opposite of harmless. Watching his videos makes me feel calm and safe. I just wanna sleep for a while.
Yeah,
You always fit.
Droids are...
Oh, right, next guy? The angry, pissed off hardcore gamer. Oh shit. Oh boy.
We really got a good variety of angry reviewers back in the day, all unified of doing
Chris
the exact same thing
Wars.
James did, and of varying quality. But you have to
Oh my
remember,
god, it's
some people
Specs!
did not
Holy
have access to the
shit!
resources James
Specs!
did. James went to film school and had some knowledge of the movie making process.
Angry.
Some people didn't get the opportunity to do
Angry
that.
gamer.
Some had no access to high-tech cameras or special effects, but they still tried their hardest to be like his character.
Yeah,
This,
at least
of course,
they tried.
would lead to cases like this.
What?
This is the angry, pissed off, hardcore gamer. And if you
Holy
couldn't
shit.
tell, he means business. He's going to turn to the things
Holy
you loved
shit.
and grew up with,
His
including
eyes.
the shit cube, the,
The
shitbox
shit
360,
cube.
and the place where it all comes from.
I wouldn't mind tasting it.
His real name
What the
is
hell?
Eric Abramov, and as you can tell, he's Russian. So English is also not his first language.
Doesn't have that much very good games.
Okay, it's been long enough. It's time to stop ignoring the elephant in the room. That elephant being Eric himself.
Oh my
Eric
god.
himself is a very imposing and noticeable individual.
He's very thick.
Guy. For you.
To the degree where it actually has an impact on his videos, where he resorts to pointing at things he wants to talk about with a broom handle.
This is my Xbox One. This is my
Xbox.
Xbox 360.
Like, legit, the jokes write themselves. He's even acknowledged his weight in his videos and is self-aware about it. But honestly, that's low-hanging fruit.
You seen this?
I'm not here to
SOB.
mock a man for his weight in videos that are well over a decade old. We
Yeah,
don't body
that's-
shame on this channel. We just make self-deprecating jokes about autism, that's all. So, I
Yeah,
will not be
based.
making any more comments
Also,
or
yeah,
jokes
that's
on this
low-hanging
man's
fruit
appearance.
too.
I will be playing his music though. Eric was very clearly doing the same thing James Roth was doing, and he didn't even try to hide it. He even used the AVGN theme song in one of his videos. Now, the AVGN was criticizing things for how broken or frustrating they were. The angry, pissed off gamer criticized them for minor problems and thought that was worthy of destroying them, whether with special effects or actually breaking things with a hammer.
It's not good.
My dude, you're using a Mad Catz controller. That's why it's not good.
It doesn't even work.
Again, Yeah, smash that piece of shit.
Well, as you can tell, Eric's production values were not very high. He seems to be working with MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker to make his stuff. And while it may come off as cheap to some, this gives the videos these sort of weird nostalgic feel when this is actually what a lot of people did back then. You can tell he's really trying to be badass and hardcore with these, and oh, sweet Jesus!
Oh my
now
god!
That is actually kind of terrifying. Imagine
Jesus.
waking up in the middle of the night and this thing is staring at you. You
God.
could jump scare someone with this pretty effectively.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's a jump scare. Brace yourself, kiddos. Brace yourself. Oh my god.
The thing about the videos are, they are unintentionally hilarious. Like, you can tell Eric is trying so hard to be badass and witty.
Yeah.
But it falls on its face so hard, it wraps around to being hilarious.
Graphics by ATI. ATI, my ass!
His insults
ATI
and
my
his mockery
ass.
of things are genuinely into so bad it's good territory.
Also, isn't
This looks like
Oh.
a fucking chocolate chip cookie.
And then, there's
Chocolate
these
chip
incredibly long
cookie.
pauses between
I love
every
that.
single quip. Like he's trying to think about what to say. It becomes so awkward, I can't help but laugh.
And plus,
what? Alright, buddy. I'm waiting.
what the fuck?
But then there's a sad aspect of this when you realize this guy just became a laughingstock on the internet because of how hard he botched this whole angry reviewer thing. There's a video out there of album pictures of his life and shows you this guy had a life outside this. And yet this is his legacy.
Internet
Eventually,
is harsh.
Eric gave up on the whole angry reviewer shtick and just decided to review things normally, and tried to be an actual informative reviewer.
Holy shit, it's
I
the,
wouldn't say he succeeded at this either.
holy shit,
And
the Vita.
And the power port right here.
I love how I could
And
turn
even after
down this
this, it
stream
seems that
to
Eric
a
gave up on reviews
144p
altogether
and it
decided
wouldn't
to focus
even
on
make
his
a
own life.
difference.
He lost some weight and decided
Yeah.
to become religious. Yeah, he became a man of God, and sometimes would
Nice.
post religious videos online in his own Eric way.
You can bow on your hands and knees and kiss God's ass all you want.
And nowadays, Eric is still online, sort
the
of.
base.
I actually found his YouTube channel, and sadly during the editing of this, he seems to have removed almost all of his videos. But
Aww.
the one thing I do remember, he had a lot of videos of him making art of women with huge badonkers. So he's found himself a hobby. A man of God and a man of taste, I see. I hope I
Mommy
didn't come off as too
milkers.
mean-spirited towards Eric, because honestly,
Big
he
mommy.
probably had the best future out of anyone else in this video, as you'll soon find out. He got his shit together and went on to do something with his life, for something he's actually passionate about. That has to be admired. He said he just wanted to entertain people and had no issue with people loving or hating the videos.
And entertain
admits the videos
he
were just
did.
bad.
If you like them, you like them. If you don't like them, don't like them. I don't give a fucking shit if people like my videos or not. The reason I did those videos was on purpose to make people laugh.
Well, Eric,
And laugh
I would
he
say
did.
you still succeeded, even if not in the way you intended. These
And
videos
laugh
are
they
some of the
did.
funniest and nostalgic things I've seen in a long time. They are a true form of art. This is genuinely the YouTube version of The Room. It's trying so hard, it ends up amazing. I would say you made your mark in history, Eric. You should be proud of that.
Godspeed, Eric. I hope he's doing well. Pippin Paisano. Oh my god, it's the game dude! He is the game dude with the bad attitude. Holy shit, it's the game, dude! It's the game, dude.
Many people might notice a distinct lack of Irate Gamer in this video, and I understand
Because
why you might
everyone
think
knows
that.
Irate Gamer.
Well, that would be
Everyone knows
because,
Chris
well,
Boers.
Irate Gamer just doesn't give me much to work with. His videos are pretty self-explanatory. He had the special
Very
effects
by
and
the
characters,
books.
he had way worse jokes,
Ugh, somebody call 911, because I was robbed.
but overall, the
Boo!
videos aren't
Get off the
bad.
stage.
They're just lesser AVGN. They aren't poorly made or anything like that. In fact, they probably had a ton of effort put into them. But overall, Chris Boers and his channel are just fine. I have nothing to say on his videos. So we're going for the guy
Yeah,
people
good
usually
old
talk
Chris
about after
Boers.
Chris.
Have I ever told you about the story that I had? So one day I was eating dinner. I was eating a quesadilla, and I also cut up some mango. I was watching Irate Gamer in the living room because I had the Wii and the internet browser. Which, by the way, that's pretty much what everyone did back then. They would hook up their Wii to the living room, like the big TV, and then they would go to the internet browser, and then they would play the YouTube videos on the big screen. This was also when the player was in 4x3, and I asked someone looking after me, my grandma, to cut me some mango, not realizing either it wasn't ripe enough or maybe I just ate too much. So I was watching my Irate Gamer, and suddenly, almost finishing my food, I puked on the floor. Don't worry though, this was when we already replaced the floor with stone flooring, so it didn't really do much. The mental damage is still there, but I got it cleaned up. Fun fact, you can actually eat the pit of the mango. The pit just tastes very bad and would not recommend.
Boers. Let's talk about Game Dude.
Yeah,
Look at me, I'm Donkey Kong.
look at him, he's Donkey Kong. Oh my god, there's a
Game
face!
Dude was the we have AVGN at home of Canada.
A leaf.
Oh my god, a leaf! A leaf!
He aped AVGN even harder than Chris did. Chris at least somewhat attempted to differentiate himself in some capacity. Game Dude ate the style as closely as he could.
Very fibrous.
He wasn't even subtle about it.
Oh my
I'd
god.
have more fun letting a gorilla hammer coconuts up my nostrils.
Nostrils?
He
I
even says
thought you
in
were gonna
some
say
of
up
the
your
videos,
Like the
ass!
nerd always said, what were they thinking?
As
What
if
were they
James and his character is
thinking?
some sort of holy figure whose word is gospel.
Amen.
As for the videos themselves, well, the production value is high, pretty on par
Hey,
with Irate
Barrel
Gamer.
Blast!
You can tell Game Dude knew what he was doing when he was making these. The issue is, well, he comes off as a tryhard. He tries way too hard to copy what James was doing, and he does everything James does, but lesser. No, even lesser than Irate Gamer. Game Dude is the last kid you pick in Dodgeball. You only watch him if you
a
really have no other
complete
choice.
Melvin.
If James and Chris were banned in your household, then this was your only option.
How?
Be less irritating listening to a constipated hyena laughing hysterically, trying to take a shit but just can't while giving birth to 4 giant quadruplets.
The thing that makes Game Dude
Jesus.
interesting is the man behind it. Game Dude's real name is Alex, and Alex is quite the strange individual. It's more than just being Canadian.
The flag is a fucking leaf.
A leaf! A leaf! Speaking of
Alex
fibrous.
is a weird and crazy person. He mostly got traction because he shilled his reviews in the comment sections of the AVGN and Irate Gamer videos, which annoyed a lot of people.
Wow.
Spam shilling is pretty much universally frowned on, and well, I can't say it didn't work. That's how I found about him all those years ago. So there's the obnoxious shilling, and then there's Alex's
Inspired
views on video
by
games.
the nerd.
Alex refused to let a video get below 3
Inspired?
star. Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Zoomers don't know what the hell the star rating system
5
is.
stars?
Back in the day, instead of thumbs up or thumbs down, there was a 5-star rating system.
God, I
The more
remember
stars, the better the
stars.
perceived the video is. There. Anyway, Alex refused
I
to let
remember
any video get below
stars.
3 stars. And every time one did, he would delete the video and re-upload it to refresh the rating. As you can
Wow.
imagine, this got very annoying with his subscribers, who just wanted new stuff instead of the same video re-uploaded just because it went below the rating he wanted. But his subscribers
God
wouldn't have to worry
damn.
about that, because soon he would stop uploading game reviews altogether.
Thank
He
God.
instead started posting video of Canadian wildlife. Why? Why this
Rose?
sudden shift in content?
Hey, want some chocolate?
Goose?
Chocolate goose.
Goose?
It
Chocolate
would
goose?
soon come
You
to
don't think
light what had
chocolate
happened in
goose?
Alex's personal life.
Yeah, what happened?
It turns out Alex had found himself in a relationship with a girl. Yes, he
Ooh,
actually
sly
found love in the
dog.
battlefield that is Angry Game Reviewing.
Wow.
Alex was deeply in love with this girl, to an absurd degree, and would do anything for her. But sadly, their relationship after a while fell apart. Alex was heartbroken. He truly believed this girl was the love of his life, and he could find no one else on this earth that could replace her. And honestly, how can you look at this face and not believe
Oh my
this
God,
man
that
wasn't drowning
fucking
in a sea of women?
face.
So he then spent a good majority of his time stalking this girl, trying everything in his power to get her back, hiding in bushes outside her house, harassing her family members, calling her a multitude of times a day that goes well into the double digits.
Oh my God.
Everything. He even sent her
Average day in
choreographed
Canada.
love songs to make her feel something, anything for him again.
Did this dude actually
And as
rickroll
you would
us?
expect, none of this worked.
This game
Alex
dude
felt like
rickrolled
his side of the
us.
story wasn't being told, and he eventually came out with his point of view using toy dinosaurs.
You promised just you and I. What happened? Well, I just said that 'cause you were bugging me. You did not mean your promise. I was bugging you by
Yeah, this video is 2 hours long, by the way.
What?
Why would you want to watch garbage on Netflix when you have this masterclass of cinema?
Yeah, still better than
This would
whatever the
all
fuck's on
end up
Netflix.
getting the police involved, and even a court case. Alex was scheduled to appear in court, but he didn't. Instead, he fled the country. Yep, he just up and
Holy
left
shit.
everything behind. As of 2023, nobody knows where he is.
He could
Alex
be out
is
there.
a wanted Canadian fugitive.
He's out there. He's still out
Ladies
there.
and gentlemen, listen up. We have a fugitive that's been on the run for 90 minutes.
90
Average
minutes.
foot speed over uneven ground, barring injury, is 4 miles an hour. That will give you a radius of 6 miles.
Alexander 4488, from AVGN knockoff to stalker to wanted criminal on the run. Will he ever be seen again? Only time will tell.
God, I
Whether it
hope
be his
so.
mediocre reviews, his insane ramblings and stalking of an innocent woman, or anything in between, only one thing remains certain. That theme song is catchy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, game dude. Why is it? Why do all the nerdy AVGN ripoffs always have to have a banger soundtrack as an intro? Like, come on. Every angry reviewer has that intro. You know what's
When I originally started
bullshit?
this video topic, I thought I was going to have a smorgasbord of topics to choose from. And technically, I do. There are legit dozens and dozens of Angry Game critics I can choose from for this video. But the issue is, when looking at a majority of them, most of them aren't worth talking about. They're either really boring or trying to be bad on purpose.
He's the angriest gamer you ever heard. He's the angry video game nerd. I don't really know the rest of the words to this song. But the reason I'm angry is because of the game I got to review.
There's NC-17 Productions, one of the first AVGN knockoffs, and he's pretty.
They got 3 windows. Just fucking push the button when you're under them, right under them, because if you're just a little off, just a fucking little bit off, they don't fucking climb down the goddamn ladder. I mean, what sense does that make?
Yeah, he's pretty by the numbers. I could talk about Spoonie and the deep dark
Spoonie!
But that's been done to death. And besides,
May delete later. Spoony Juan, but not forgotten.
Besides, his videos are actually really good and still fun to watch.
Code! Code! Code!
Was I just yelled at by Barack Obama?
There's Retro Gamer 3
God.
and his various reviews back then featuring characters like The Gaming. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's a name that'll take
I'm
off.
sorry,
I
what?
watched a lot of these, and the majority of
There
them
he is, there's
just
Spax again.
have nothing to comment on. Like, give me something to work with here. So in some form of desperation, I decided to look at James Rolfe's other shows to see if someone tried copying them. Board James was a no-go. No one dared try to copy that because only James could have taken it in the direction it went. And then I looked at You Know What's Bullshit, his show about talking about the mundane things in life that pissed him off. It was a fun and relatable show. And for the most part, there were no takers on ripping off this show either. But I did find one. It's called
You know what sucks? Traffic lights.
You know what sucks? You wanna know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Grades.
Grades?
You know what sucks?
Sounds like someone
CD
got an
jewel
F.
cases.
Yeah, this is pretty blatant. It seems to be some young adult just taking James Rolfe's idea and running with it to talk about what he thinks sucks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but then again, this still doesn't give me much to work with, because it's just doing the exact same thing James did.
I mean...
If you're gonna fill a quarter of the bag, then why not make the bag that size? It's a scam for your money! The only reason they put a little window near the bottom is to fool you, thinking there's more jerky in there than there really is.
But something seems off about the person making this.
Oh?
I feel like I've heard their voice somewhere before.
You gotta take a piss, and of course the toilet's loud too.
Is that Linkara?
Thank God I don't have a turbo flush.
Like, yeah, I've definitely heard this guy somewhere else on YouTube, but I cannot put my finger on what.
Is this Linkara?
Ass! No! Oh, God!
No, this can't be who I'm thinking of. It can't be.
Wait, is this game?
You know the deal already. I play car cables, monster cables, whatever you want to call them, are bullshit. You'd think they'd be the perfect gadget to play your iPhone or iPod music on.
No fucking way!
No.
No fucking
if
way!
This is who I think it is. No, it can't be.
Holy shit, no.
Let me see his face.
What's his
Props
face?
to you. I guess I should just resort to wearing earbuds.
It's him!
It's Randy Stair.
It's Randy Stair!
For those
Ember's
who live
Ghost
and grow up,
Squad!
Randy Stair was a failed YouTuber who rode on multiple trends to try and become
Oh
famous.
my god, no
After years and years of
fucking
trying,
way!
his mental state started to degrade, and then he became obsessed with a ghost girl named Ember from the cartoon Danny Phantom.
Oh my
Then
god,
his
no
entire
fucking-
channel shifted towards edgier and darker content surrounding Ember. Everything reached the boiling point when he then went into his place of work at a grocery store, killed 3 people and then himself, because he believed
Holy
he would be reincarnated as Ember from Danny Phantom. The body he owned.
No
I
way!
did not think he would show up on my search for AVGN.
Oh my
novels, but he
fucking
did.
god!
These
That
blatant
what a
attempts at copying
twist!
James's work are some of the
What a
various things Randy
twist!
did to become famous on the internet, and thus they were lost in the sea of YouTube content. These were made well before Randy lost his mind and dedicated his life to a fictional ghost girl from a cartoon before ending it. That will be his legacy, and not this. If you want a more in-depth look at Randy's life on the internet, there are plenty of videos to choose from. There's nothing more I can add on to this subject. Now, I just feel disturbed this guy even showed up when researching this stuff.
I hate that face, it looks like he's gonna kill me! Not before I kill that
Went from a
motherfucker. Oh, he's
stalker
already dead.
to an actual murderer.
What am I talking
I don't
about?
think we're getting any worse than that. I think it's time we wrap things up.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry for those
let's just
victims
keep
that lost
going.
their lives, and to this basket case of all things. May God rest their souls.
If I could kill him again, I would.
I really
In
do
Minecraft.
think James Rolfe is one of the most important
Terraria.
people on the internet, who inspired a ton of people to make their own videos and their own characters for the sake of entertaining others on the web. Now they're everywhere, from every part of the globe, from every shape and size, and some went on to do good things, and then others who did really awful things. It can't be helped. You can't control who watches and looks up to you, but you should take pride in knowing you've helped make what the internet is today.
Thanks.
God bless, like and subscribe, and good night to you all. Stay
Thanks,
safe.
James. Thanks, James. But yeah, if it really weren't for James, a lot of us wouldn't even be here nowadays. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for old James Rolfo here. James is my dad? I don't know.